everyone! During these tough times with the face mask, we have made improvised face masks and hopefully this will help with all the masks going missing. So, the materials that you will need is, the first material, this one. This one is called, this material is called felt and this will be used as the filter for our face masks. Next one. Next one. What's happening? This material is called, this material is the cotton and it is the pattern that's going to be outside of our masks. This material here has already been measured into 1/4 and 1/4 or 1/4 of a meter can make 2 masks. The next material that you will need is an elastic band to use to tie around your ears. You will also need the pattern of the face mask, which will be linked down below in the description box. And also you need your string for either for sewing up using a machine or by hand. So the first step is to cut out all your pieces using the template plus 1 centimeter allowance. You need 4 pieces for main fabric using cotton plus 2 pieces for lining fabric using the felt. Next is to put the pieces together. Place the right side in of 2 of your main fabrics together and on both sides place the lining fabric. Keep an eye on your fabric for any little holes, like this. Do the same for the rest of the 2 main fabrics but without the lining. Next is to secure the materials with pins. Make sure they all line up. Once you are ready, sew the 2 fabrics that you secured along the nose area. Don't forget that allowance. If you are using a sewing machine, don't forget to take out those pins. Do the same for the second piece of main fabric. Once that is done, snip a little along the curve just to make it fit more better. Please don't cut all the way through what you sew. Now it is time to invert the fabric that has no lining attached to it. This fabric will be placed inside the other fabric that has the lining. which is this one. So you place it in there. And then all you have to do is to secure this with pins. With the middle part, make sure the material is flat. You may want to iron this part a little bit to make it flatter and easier to sew through. You're getting very close now. The next step is to sew along both sides that you secured. Be very cautious though of the lining as it may fold up. This part may be a bit harder if sewing by hand. So just take your time. And don't forget that middle part, you really want to keep it flat. If you were able to pull off that last step, you are going very well. The next step is simply to invert it. I used this long material with safety pins on both sides to pull it through. You simply just attach it to one side of the fabric with the safety pin and then feed through the other safety pin and slowly but surely pull and invert your creation.
Not long now and you'll have a face mask for life. The next step is to sew along the sides just to make the material stay in place when wearing it. Plus, it also makes it look so cool. You can choose to use the same string color as your material, or you can use a contrasting color to brighten it up. In this video, I used a white string color with this grey mask. A tip is to make sure you just sew a little bit on the side and stretch the material a bit to keep it straight. This step here is just to make the sides where your elastic bands will go. Make sure you cut off those little strands. And sort of fold to what preference you want the sides to be in or out. So this is easy peasy. All you have to do is fold it twice, and if you feel the lining inside on the first fold, that will serve as your guide to stop there and fold over it. And of course, secure it with those pins. You probably guessed, this step is just to sew through the sides that you just made. Your creation is now coming to life. So this step is simply cutting your elastic bands. Just as a guidance for adults, I found that 22 centimeters is just enough for myself as an adult and 19 centimeters for a small kid like Robert. This here is just showing you how to feed the elastic through the sides that you made earlier. Use a larger safety pin as a guidance. Once it finds its way out, pin the ends together. With this part, if you are not sure about your size, don't cut off the elastic from the step before. Just simply pin it and try putting it around your ears to see if it feels good. Once you have found your elastic size, it's time to secure your elastic bands. On the sewing machine, my mum used the zigzag design just to make it a bit more secure, and also because I think it has something to do with elasticity. As you can see here, this is what it looks like after sewing the elastic bands. A little bit messy, but don't worry. This part just shows you that you have to move that part of the elastic that you just sew into the face mask. Just pull it and it should just slide in. Ta-da! And that's it. I'm so proud of you. You were able to make your mask, or were you just watching this video? I find this design a lot securer around the face, and if you like, you could also place your face mask under it for some more security. Once you've made one of these, you have a mask for life. This mask is washable, so for all those who wear makeup, don't you worry. Stay safe, everyone.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make 'em drop